have a few things and details to update you on the craft room. Let's go. Hello everyone, it's Tracy. I just wanted to make an update on my craft room progress. If you're here for the first time, thank you. I participated in a collaboration this July and it's brought me a lot of inspiration and success and a lot of new subscribers. I was on a live stream yesterday, I believe, and it was a Jersey crafty girl? Forgive me. But there were so many wonderful people and they do so many crafts that I don't do. We all became fast friends. And I just want to welcome you all to my channel and thank you for subscribing. When I finally get back to the number that YouTube says I need before I can go back to live streaming, I'll be there in full force, I assure you. Okay, so here we go. This is a new chair that my husband bought for me for my craft room. It's mesh on the back and it's, I guess you'd say off-white. It's very comfortable, but I use that cushion here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I bet you if you put this image in Google, it'll tell you what it is. He bought that for me because my back hurts sometimes when I'm sitting for too long, and it's really helped. So then, I'm gonna get to the star of this video. And this would show the organization tools that I got from Stampin' Storage. We have here 4 36 ink pad storage. Now they're not white. We can choose to paint them if we wish. I'm not so sure we're going to do that quite yet. But there they are. They're stacked on top. I wanted you to see them. Again, that holds 36 each. My Swiffer fell down. And then you see, this is the large punch storage. That's going to go up on the wall. Not necessarily in this place, but it's going to go up on the wall. And it's going to hold quite a few punches. My husband made me a shelf last year for my other craft room. Oh my, that was 2 years ago. So we'll be using two, one for my whale style punches and one for my lockdown punches from Stampin' Up. Now I did find something on Etsy, and I got to tell you, this really made my heart just sing. This insert, first of all, this is an IKEA Raskog cart. R-A-S-K-O-G from IKEA. Now, this insert is what I'm speaking of. It's made of MDA, which is a type, I guess, of man-made recycled wood. And they've made holes that precisely fit the Copic markers. It holds a total of 350. This is my collection so far. Now, if you do get one of these, there's a seller that I recommend on Etsy, and it's Our Gray Barn. The Gray Barn or Our Gray Barn. They are spectacular. It came much quicker than I expected. I did not do the organization by the hex chart by Sandy Allnock. However, I did do it in order. And the reason I did this way was because when I fill in the rest that I'm missing, I'll be able to just slide it in. As you can see, there's spaces for the ones that I'm missing. It's taken me 3 years to get this many Copics. I don't recommend this technique of saving markers though, because it was much more expensive than just buying the whole entire sets. So if you do have like a couple $1,000s to just throw around, I recommend buying it that way. But if you don't and you're like me, it's going to take you a while. I also recommend a place to buy Copic markers, and that's scrapbookpal.com. There's a lot of different places that'll sell them to you, but scrapbookpal.com has the constant lowest prices and availability. They have a really good inventory over there, and very few times have I looked for one of my markers and seen that it wasn't in stock. So just for the record, scrapbookpal.com. I only have 4 refills. I've been Copic coloring for about 4 years now, could be 5. And I only so far have needed 4 refills. And I sure have done my share of coloring, so you know, it's not entirely urgent for you to rush around and get the refills, although I have known that it is a good practice to, when you buy a new color, buy the refill that goes with it, and that way you don't have to play catch up later on. Okay, so let's go see what I'm working on today, because 25 days from now, these blueprints become a reality. I almost forgot. I also got this marker caddy from Stamp & Storage. I had hoped that it was going to hold my Tombow markers, but it's not quite deep enough for the Tombow, so they stick out too far. But I did have a pretty good group of Spectrum Noir, so I'm going to be using them to fill these marker caddies. I also bought these magnet cards, 6 by 7 inches. They're very heavy duty, they hardly bend. And for doing my die storage, I bet you I can find some boxes, or I'll have to pick up some boxes from Stamp & Storage. But they were a great deal. So now that I've shown you some of my organizational pieces of furniture that I've been able to add to the craft room, I've been trying to get ready for the big organization. My stamps, my dies, my artwork, my markers, and my ink pads. I'm about to start doing my ink pads, color swatches, so I can put them at the end of each of my ink pads and put them in that 36 count ink pad storage squares that you saw there. So today I did something different. I went ahead and I was making dividers. Now I realized that there is a specific person that needs credit for my dividers, and I'm going to give her all the credit in the world, and that's Jennifer McGuire. You can find her just on Google, just type in Jennifer McGuire, and she's a real celebrity in the crafting world. And for good reason, she's amazing. And a beautiful, beautiful person. So Jennifer has helped me immensely over the years. I believe I can give all of the credit for my card making skills from Jennifer McGuire. In fact, I found her after I got my very first die cutting machine from Sizzix, which I still have today. So today what I had done is I went to Jennifer McGuire Inc.'s blog, and I got information from her topic of organization. And I wanted to make dividers just like hers because she does an amazing job. You can also find a YouTube video for Jennifer McGuire's own craft room, and that, my friend, is a very nice ride. So this is what I worked on today, and yesterday actually. Now, you'll see them here. We have labeled at the top, Stampendous, So Susie Stamps, Hello Bluebird, The Ton, Nina Solar, 80 pounds, Stamps of Life, Pretty Pink Posh, Simon Says Stamp, Lawn Fawn, Gabrielle, Mama Elephant, Hero Arts, Catherine Pooler, Alta New, Miss Ink, Inky Antics, Tim Holtz, My Favorite Things, Gina K Designs, W+9, Hello Sweetums, and Essentials by Ellen. These are all the stamp sets that I have in my collection. There's quite a few. How did I make these, you might be wondering? Well, I took Jennifer McGuire's advice and I went to my local Walmart. And you know, that this time, let's see, what is it? Let's see, let me look at my watch. July 16th, you know it's back to school now. What? So these were plastic folders. They're plastic, they're not paper. And they were whole pocket folders. And what I had done is I had cut these shapes, these rectangles here, and I'm going to give you exact measurements so you could do the same for your collection. So I take my T-ruler, I'm going to measure this for you, and it looks like they are, this one's on the short side, bad example. I believe it was 8 3/4 each when they worked out correctly. Yes, 8 3/4 high, and they are 4 3/4 wide. Ding, 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 ding. 4 3/4 wide. These are what I'm going to be using when I get my wall unit in and I have my drawer set up in my island. This is how I'm going to sort through all of my stamps and my cardstock. I usually will make card blanks for my cards ahead of time, so that's why I had the Nina Solar White 80 pound and 110 pound. So that's what I've been doing today. Oh, by the way, tapping the table is bad, and I should probably stop doing that. I'm not Italian, I'm just from New Jersey. Anywho, I guess that's really it for today. The camera setup that I currently am using is, and I'm going to show you this, my husband's rusty square, I guess you call it a straight edge. Yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah, that's what I'm using. You know why I'm using that? If you've been watching, you know I've been looking for my tripod forever. Been here a year and 3 months and still don't know where it is. But coming hopefully by next week, I'll have a new setup by Archon. My husband purchased the Creator Bundle, and I am going to show that off so much. So keep posted, keep hanging around. I hope I didn't take too long, but I wanted to give the best craft room makeover update I could. So this is what I'm doing today, and I'll be back to show you what's next. Don't forget, Saturday I'll be here for the Christmas in July collab by Dawn H Creates with my next inspiration for your Christmas cards too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.